Okay, so now I've made a new document and I want to kind of show you something else. I want to show you the second most important thing is the stroke variation. Okay, so let's go over to the brush and click and drag out and I get this, which is pretty cool. It's basically the same as taking the pen tool and going click, 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 click. Okay, and with a smooth thing. So this is more freehand sketchy and allows me to draw a lot of these. Now, what I want to show you is the fact that this isn't all that interesting to look at once you actually get it around the elements, however. So if I make something like that, these usually have some kind of stroke variation on it in real life. Now, I can make a brush, and it's very easy, and that's what I really want to show you. Let's go over to this tool, the ellipse, and click and drag it out. Let's fill it with black and go in here and zoom in. I want to harden up the edges right here, so what I can do is go over to the convert anchor point tool and click, and there we go, tailored it out. Go over to this one, tailored it out. Takes a few tries. Don't forget to unclick the one that tells you you made a mistake and you're selecting the wrong point. You'll never get it dead on. Alright, so now that that's taken care of, what I could do here is further tailor it out using the effect distort, pucker, and bloat. Okay, and look what it did. Okay, so it makes this diamond thing. Okay, and it also has this weird stroke value around it still, but that's all right. Just kind of, I want to tailor this out and hit OK. Take the stroke, turn it to nothing, and then I get this. Okay, now it needs to be a lot smaller than this or it's going to look odd. So here I have the element highlighted. What I'm going to do is hold shift and kind of make it smaller. And then I'm going to make it smaller this way a lot more. Something like that, a very tailored out element. Now to make this a brush, all I do is have to go to the brushes and click and drag it over to the brush palette and make it a new art brush. Okay, make sure you click proportional on and hit OK. Alright, so that's on by default. Let's go to the brushes and now you can see that it has this nice cool tailored thing going on for it. It's kind of awkward looking, so you're going to have a lot of these. I'll just say that. You know, you're going to have one that looks like this. Now, if I want to take this element and take the pucker and bloat and maybe turn it down a little bit, I can. Click and drag this over to the brush palette. Make a new art brush. Make it proportional. Okay, and then go back to my brushes. Try it out. Okay, that one looks a little bit better. It's got a good stroke variation on it. What's really nice about this is you can go in now, you see how small those are. You can go now and say, let's go to the pen tool, click, click. So I'm just clicking and dragging just a little bit. And let's go over and change its stroke value to this new one. So you get some really cool stuff, some very cool Tim Burton type lines going on for yourself. This reminds me of something that would appear on A Nightmare Before Christmas any day of the week. Alright, but that's important to know. That stroke variation is everything. And the fact that you can make your brush out of just about anything, is very important to know. So if I was just to do something like this, maybe make an element, fill that with black. Okay. Maybe make another element below it. And maybe make two little elements. I can use this as a brush if I wanted to. and go over to brushes and click and drag it over. Make it a new art brush. Make it proportional. And now I have this dash 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 thing going on, and I can now turn that into a brush where it makes that item. Now it's very big, so just know that it doubles in whatever size that you think that you're going to make the brush. Something like this is really huge. So you want to probably grab all these elements, hold shift, click and drag them down, then make it a brush. Okay, and now trying that out, you can see it's a little bit smaller. Still pretty big, but you know. Another thing is the weight can be taken down to like 0.25 or 0.1 to lessen that blow. Alright, so that's how you make a brush. Now I also want to show you in the next video what you can do by exporting these brushes.